First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here in Atlanta. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll throw first play with Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 19-yard line.
A gain of 39
It's
yards.
a big run by Robinson. 39 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And a good run there. They'll get him 5 yards.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5.
Second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, here is Penix. Quick throw taken by Kyle. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
Falcons first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson to the 5-yard line.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3.
Second and goal.
Second and goal.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
It's third and goal.
On third and goal, it's Penix. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Great London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The first carry for the former Tar Heels, Devontae Williams. And a mark him down just shy of the 40.
He's brought down.
Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
First down.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On the play fake, Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Jake Ferguson.
That one good for 29
yards.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, Lamb. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the first quarter. So after one, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Prescott. Out to his right. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Zach Harrison. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Pistol now for Prescott. Forced out wide, and the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Mozzie Smith on the stop.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix, and that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds.
Kicking sucks, bro.
Dak gonna run with it himself. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tobin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 18.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball before the end of the 2nd quarter. Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the 1st half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And his offense is going to be all set up
breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. And he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. From the gun, it's Pettis. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Pettis. And that one incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. All resting on the 9. First down and goal. Looking to throw. It's Pettis. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta.
Bro, don't quit. Don't quit, bro.
Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, football fans, as we get a look inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Penix going to throw straight away. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a game.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson.
Come on, man. They should
9
have
yards on first down.
fucked him or something.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That's not a quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's good for a Falcons.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays.
And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball, if you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Bradley Pinion set to
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. LaVisca Chenault to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Allen taken right to the air. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, Allen. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When they were in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Get that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Well, they're in the huddle, partner. We've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Got to figure out this third down here. It's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Second and 4.
Yeah, come on, man.
Players around this one, and it is intercepted. Christian Benford has it.
That was supposed to
Well,
come
Rob, they
on.
could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable second down, well, you've got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away. The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Good defensive effort here drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Allen on 3rd down.
Move on 3rd down.
We will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Pressure coming. It's Allen. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
After the sack, offense dealing with 3rd and goal now from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's in trouble. They bring it down again. And that sack that have cost them some yardage.
Such a promising drive in just a couple snaps ago, but now back-to-back sacks, drop backwards, and this field goal, well, it's not a gimme anymore. Gotta hope you can knock it through and salvage some points out of a series that went so wrong. Hey, facing a deficit, it's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room. They will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch made over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Play fake, Penix. On the move, hit it right. Caught for big yards on the right side. Nice tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs. Let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They're looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Intercepted in the end zone.
He didn't even try to go up for that ball.
Picks it off. And the Bills intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Chenault on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw for Allen. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Short pass brought in, and he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 8 yards on the play, and that's good for a Bills first down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
This ball's cut by Palmer. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Allen looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for you.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. It's no good, an easy kick, but he hangs it right. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First and 10, around to Robinson. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Through the 45. Bijan Robinson. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Williams on the stop. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Once more, it's Robinson. And the defense wins this rep. That stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
He was brought down by Matt Milano.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
He's back to throw.
That was my dumb fault. That was my fault.
Nearly an interception on that play.
I'm glad he dropped it.
Decision time on
That was my dumb
fourth and
fault right
goal.
there.
And goal.
Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. A very short kick here from the right hash.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Chenault on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Allen setting up play action.
Give me that. Thank you.
This could decide things. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are able to bring this back to the 35-yard line. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Staying with Robinson. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it
Third down, give to Robinson.
Are they all sides?
Robinson, ball carrier.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons up by 4.
It's fourth down.
Raheem Morris sending in the play. He's going for it on fourth down. Back to throw it.
Thank you.
That one complete to Pitts. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from the tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Cool with the extra point. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
The score, Falcons 17, Bills 6. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's Chenault on the return. Showing a little burst so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this thing.
Ooh, that should have been mine. That should have been mine.
Looking for his wide receiver there.
That
We'll see
should
what they
have
do
been
here on
mine.
2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Try and push it deep downfield.
That's my fault.
It's grabbed inside the 30.
Good pass.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Good pass.
The Bills now within 1 score in the 4th.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot, and it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, the comeback is proceeding according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.